Hey guys, how's it going? I'm currently outside the doctor's office for my sleep doctor. Another thing I have, I talked about it before in the first video, I think week 0, is sleep apnea. That's also due to my size. Sleep apnea affects a lot of things, blood pressure being the biggest one. So I'm gonna try to get some footage inside the doctor's office, especially me talking to the doctor, seeing what I got to do next in order to get off the CPAP and hopefully, have my blood pressure lowered due to not having sleep apnea anymore. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm in the doctor's office right now, waiting to see him. I just spoke with the medical assistant. She took all my current complaints and things that are going on right now with the CPAP. Um, because of my rapid weight gain, last time I did a sleep study, I was 298. And right now, they just took my weight with all my clothes on. I was 332, which isn't that big of a difference from, the 329 I was a few days ago. Um, They're recommending me do another sleep study just because I gained 5% of my weight since last time they saw me, which does affect like my snoring and my breathing overall when I'm sleeping, and that also plays an effect in my blood pressure. But the more weight I lose, the better my sleep apnea will get, and hopefully it gets to a point where it'll disappear entirely and I can sleep without a sleep. So I can sleep without a CPAP, period. That's the goal. We're just waiting on the doctor now. I'm going to ask him a few questions, and hopefully he's cool with having his voice on YouTube. Hey guys, I'm back with my sleep doctor. I'm going to ask him a few questions in regards to what I'm doing and what I got to do in regards to reaching my future goals. Um, so right now I'm doing boxing classes. The goal is to eventually get like a low level professional fight, right? So there's a lot of hurdles I got to overcome to get there. Um, One of them is like my high blood pressure, and the side effect, the best way to put it, I guess, high blood pressure is a side effect of sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Right? So, the American Boxing Association won't let me do anything until I'm off high blood pressure meds. So, based upon your experience, for somebody my height
Yeah.
and like my current weight, what weight would you expect someone my height to be where they would get to a point where they no longer have sleep apnea?
So it really depends, but for you, even at a lower weight of when you're at a lower weight, you still have sleep apnea
Right.
at around 300. So maybe like 250 would be likely you may not have it.
Okay.
And then in general, regards to your blood pressure, if you treat your sleep apnea, your blood pressure goes down by about 10 points.
Okay.
And weight loss also brings your blood pressure down. So weight loss, eating healthy, all of that is going to bring your blood pressure down too. So eventually the goal is to get you off blood pressure meds.
Okay. I currently have it. I use an app called MyNet Diary, where it keeps track. I keep track of like all my macros and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been doing like high protein, low carb, low fat diet,
Yeah.
so I can cut fat and maintain muscle. Um, I have my goal set to be 250 pounds
Yeah.
in a year from now, roughly. Um,
That's
do you think that's realistic?
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially if you're doing all the right things, treating your sleep apnea, eating right, working out, and then also you're taking Zepbound, which will also help with weight loss. So yeah, that's a realistic goal.
Okay. And I know from our last appointment, it's been like a long time,
Yeah.
I think. I think it's been like a year
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
Um, when would you, I guess, want to see me again in order to do like a, I guess, a progress report?
So after you get the CPAP study, I'll make some changes with the machine, and then we'll meet up in 3 months after the study.
Okay.
And then after that, if your weight has changed drastically, you should probably call the office, because the pressure will change if you lose a lot of weight. You don't need as much pressure on your CPAP.
Okay. All right. That's it as far as the questions I've got. So thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey guys, I'm back. I just got out of my appointment with the sleep doctor, and I asked those few questions that I had, but we also talked about some other stuff that I didn't get on camera, but I'll fill you guys in now. He thinks that because I'm not having any kind of adverse effects to the Zepbound, that I should go up to 5 milligrams, and that it'll expedite the weight loss. So I'm going to talk to my primary care physician next week about that. The other thing we talked about is my CPAP. It's not really doing enough because of the weight gain that I've had. I'm still 35 pounds above where I had my last sleep study, and that's where my pressure is currently adjusted to. So right now it's still not quite doing enough. I got to spend the night in the hospital next week on the 22nd for them to hook me up to a CPAP and constantly monitor me and see what pressures actually work for me. It's okay to have a little too much pressure, but it's not okay to have not enough pressure. It's not keeping up. So even if I lose more weight and I get to a point where I'm down to 295 again when I had the last sleep study, that extra pressure isn't going to be damaging or anything. It's I'll probably end up being used to it, and it's probably just going to make me feel better overall. I like the high pressure. Right now it's to a point where I don't even notice it, and if I get to a point where I do get to come off the CPAP entirely, I think it's going to be weird sleeping without a CPAP machine. I don't know. I haven't done it in probably 2.5 years, maybe. I'm looking forward to getting off of it, though. It'll be exciting. And once my sleep apnea is properly managed with the right air pressure, my blood pressure could drop potentially by 10 points. So that'll overall make a big difference. It might make the difference in me not needing blood pressure medication anymore, possibly, because lately my numbers have been like 140 over, let me see, I got today's right here, 140 over 60. So if I get a 10-point drop because of it being properly managed, that could possibly put me at 130 over 55. I think low blood pressure or optimal range is around 120. So I'm getting closer to that goal, slowly but surely. And as I lose more weight, it's going to have a compound effect. And I'm already starting to feel differences. So if you watched, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the journey. Give a like, give a subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my corner.